with the both of you, but do you have pictures of your characters at all?
I have a couple.
Written on paper that you know just what they look
only
like?
for a couple of characters where I just, that was the person who was in my mind when I sat down to write the stories. For most of them, I will have, and you know, not so much of a scrapbooky type person, but I actually do have a scrapbooky type thing, you know, of a clipping here and a clipping there that evokes the emotion that this character evokes in me, or that is important to them. And so it's really, and it's not in any kind of pretty way, shape, or form. It's all like glued on top of each other. It's just shit sticking out, whatever. But you know, you're almost up to what, a latte? So yeah, so I definitely, for me, it's because I'm good at plot. My challenge is allowing my emotion to get on the page. If I see an image that evokes an emotion that's important to me, I will save that and look at it later, because so I can remember what, you know, where in my head and where in my character's head that emotion comes from.
And for me, I don't have any, because again, they're in my head. I've never done that. Yes.
At this point, because you're both so established, do you have the skill set of writing discipline, or do you just feel like
Oh, girl.
You're going.
Here's the thing. I have missed in the last 10 years 3 days worth of writing. In 10 years. I'm not even kidding you. 3 days. I write every frickin' day. Unacceptable to do anything other. I get up, I sit down from 7 until 12 every day. I don't care if it's raining, I'm sick, someone else is sick. I mean, it is, and the thing is that it is a zero-sum game. If you stick to a schedule like that, it impacts your relationships, it impacts your relationship with your husband, and I mean, you sacrifice family time. I mean, it's not, you know, I have to do that to keep on track, but also I am so driven, that would happen anyway. So I am extremely disciplined, and if I only write, you know, 2 or 3 hours because I'm traveling, or if I get up at 4 a.m. and I write 2 hours, like that's fine. It doesn't have to be like a fabulous session, but I have to do it every day, or I just get completely nuts with it.
And again, she and I are just very different in our processes. I need to think about the story every day.
She actually thinks about her shit.
We're going to go for the salad next. For me, because it is a discovery process, I kind of think of, and lovely metaphor, I know, I kind of think of my brain as a little bit of a sewer, and it kind of like, shit kind of bubbles up every now and then. Still. Okay. My salad lost a tomato. So for me, it's truly a case that I will send an outline to my editor because that's what they pay you for. You know, they won't release that first check until I send them something on paper that proves that I've
So
kind
she
of
drives
thinking
an
about a
outline
story.
a really hung guy.
Pretty much. As I said, she's still
But I didn't say it!
So for me, I have to percolate the story. So I'll send in this outline that usually bears very little resemblance to the actual story, much to the disgust of the poor people who sit down for weeks trying to figure out the back cover copy based on the outline that I've sent them, and then I just send them the back cover copy that actually corresponds to the book, but we've done it together. And so, I'll do that, but what that's done is, even though the outline doesn't always bear a lot of resemblance to the story, it's gotten me thinking about who these people are and what cool thing could happen to them. And I'm continuing my research as I go about, each book deals with a different aspect of the Mayan culture. The book 4, this month's book, deals with the Mayan ball game and how that actually symbolizes the 2012 doomsday, and that's so cool for me. So as I'm doing that research, I'm adding layers to those characters in my head and adding new things that can happen to them. So